pop the champagne yet?
We still got some work ahead of us, so we are still just on water bottles right now.
Now, we talked to Rob about Liberatore. I want to get your thoughts on having him there at 16.
We were surprised. I mean, a talent like this, you don't expect to be there in the middle of the first round. We had him right at the top of our board for pitchers. Nothing not to like about this kid. He's, tall, left-handed, loose, good stuff, great pitchability. We have some of our people have known this kid for a long time. Absolutely love him. We're really excited to hopefully get him in the fold soon.
As surprised as you were that he was there at 16, how surprised were you that Shane McClanahan was still there for you guys at 31?
That was another surprise, and we're happy about it. I mean, you got to love the stuff that this kid has. Love the stuff, love the competitiveness. Bonus points for being a local kid, although obviously that's not a huge factor in our process. We're trying to add the most impact talent to the organization that we can, and certainly feel like Shane fits the bill.
How about Nick Schnell?
And Schnell, athletic high school outfielder from the Midwest. It's a type of body that has a chance to really be, what you call a thoroughbred body, where he can add strength, maintain the speed that he has, center fielder, advanced hitting approach, has some power to all fields, could go the other way better than most high school kids. Just a lot to like about this guy, and a really good high school player with upside to add to our system.
You could make the argument that you guys took home the two best left-handed arms in this draft. Did you see them as the two top left-handers?
It's tough to say definitively, but they're both right up there. These are guys that it's very easy to close your eyes and envision them pitching on a major league mound and having a real impact on our club.
With McClanahan being a college guy, do you see his path to the big leagues being a little more advanced or a little closer than a guy like Liberatore?
Yeah, you would think so. Most of the time with college players, especially players with that type of high-end stuff, that's the case, and you'd expect that they would typically have a quicker path to the big leagues than a high school pitcher. Historically, a lot of the good results we've had with high school pitchers, they've moved along more deliberately. But that said, Libby's an advanced kid, and we don't want to put limits on anybody, nor do we want to rush people just because they happen to be a college player. We want to move these guys along at the pace that's best for them so they can have the most impact and hopefully long and successful careers.
Tommy John surgery has been an issue this year for you guys, and McClanahan has already had Tommy John surgery. Any concerns, issues, or with a second Tommy John or anything like that?
Yeah, look, I mean, we, fortunately have a tremendous medical team. We get a chance to spend some time on these guys' medical histories. Certainly that's something you note. It's something you take into account when assessing risk versus upside, but ultimately we still felt like this was a good pick for us to make.
Do you feel like he's more, profiles more as a starter or a reliever?
It's interesting because I think you can make arguments either way. We love the impact. And heck, we've been as flexible with roles as anybody this year. We just saw impact stuff, and you could see it impacting us in a lot of roles. We've had guys that we've projected as starters that have become impact relievers, and we've had guys that everybody thought was going to the bullpen that they've managed to be really good starters. So we're going to let it play out.
And then the size and the control were just. I've seen some people say those are kind of risk factors for him. Were those concerns at all?
The size, I think, we see that as a plus. This is a strong, athletic kid. He has walked a few guys, but he's also struck out so many guys. He's missed a ton of bats. So, there's a lot to like there.
Chaim, I know you say that local is not a big factor in picking the guy, but did you get to see McClanahan in person this year?
I actually did. I saw his last outing at the tournament here over in Clearwater against Wichita State, but that's not something that we use to put a thumb on the scale. We've got guys doing this year-round that do such a good job, and certainly, whether I've personally seen or Eric or any of us in the front office has personally seen a player, it's nice to see them, but we trust the work that our guys put in.
And what about the signability for both these guys?
We'll see. We're hopeful on both.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you.